I'm back again with another analysis. This time we are going to take a look at this Netflix stock, which we have a news about that it jumps 3% after bullish analyst call. Uh, yeah, just going to the important points is that it's saying that Netflix powered through the Wednesday's noise. Driving the narrative was a positive outlook for the stock. And also, it has been said that the Netflix stock has lost almost all its gains made this year, which this one is not so positive. Anyhow, it seems that the streamer outperformed the broader market on an upbeat rating and a lofty price target. It seems that this was some sort of a positive um, news for the stock. Let's jump into the chart. If I just go to daily immediately, I can see, yes, last 2 days we have had to very powerful positive return, U-turn here. But we will jump into the details. Of course, let's just start from weekly. As we know, we are going to analyze this chart with technical analysis with price action method, which we can start with a clean chart. And as you know, I always like to start from weekly to have a better understanding of history. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm just curious that yes, it is going to be a very powerful return here. Um, I really, I really do not want to zoom out for this one because I'm seeing as a very major action in the history just recently. It seems to be some sort of impulsive wave. Let's just for now count this as one, two, three, some sort of correction, five. Maybe we are not correct, we are not right, but let's just keep that counting as such. Most importantly, it is an intermediate wave counting. This is very sharp. I can see that it has been returned the majority of this impulsive wave. Anyhow, um, just after this impulsive wave, I'm seeing some sort of reversal and not that much sharp, which seems to be a corrective structure as we're seeing as the action of this price of this stock, I mean. So let's check a little bit that, it is only, as you can see, how it is perfectly respected this Fibonacci level as I'm utilizing this Fibonacci retracement tool to the 38 percentage. But more importantly, if I just extend, if you extend my arrow, my cross to the left, you can see how many important reversals we have had on this zone. So it is a time for me to get rid of that. That information is enough to me to just take away from this weekly uh, time frame. So let's just add some arrows that here with a little bit of a fake out, but it used to be work as a resistance uh, sometime in the past, but after a breakout, it also reacted as the support, but again, it uh, actually re, broke after the breakout again due to polarity principle again. It just changed the behavior to working as a resistance, and also we can see that recently it has been uh, reversed from that level as well. And also we know that this is a very historical important zone, but not really relevant to our um, uh, current price. So I guess it is enough. Let's jump into the daily to take a better look of that impulsive wave. I really want to get sure that if this is really an impulsive wave, we are seeing very, very big gaps. So yes, I can see this as some sort of one behavior, corrective structure, a little bit of a sharp with a gap as a third wave. We can see that it has been more stronger than the first one. So some sort of correction. This is interesting. Let's just draw, not draw anything, because in the middle of this resistance zone, and I don't want to remove it because it is really important to have. And as you can see, I can add more arrows for that, because we are actually jump into the lower time frame daily. So I can see this as some sort of side wave correction. It is a combination of an expanded and running flat. It is so weird that as ABC, if we count this as ABC in this corrective structure, we can see that it was a little bit expanded just to the bottom. So price really wanted to even continue its momentum to the downside, even in the corrective structure. And when it reversed, it created a running flat. So it didn't came back to the original level, which is this level, and it just truncated, which is known as a running flat, and reversed from here to create again another sharp impulsive wave downside to end this very important um, historical zone. So I can extend this to very, very left to find, but I already know that it was a very important reversal after that sharp five-wave structure wave, as we are saying. But another important that we can pay attention is this triple bottom here, which is so important, that after just finishing this impulsive wave, we, we have had that in triple bottom on this support zone. I can extend this to this level, to this side of the chart, and then some sort of reversal to this strong resistance zone. Um, that's good. So uh, let's zoom into this daily. We got that confirmation. Yeah, it was a five-wave structure, but I'm wondering that how we can interpret this reversal. Uh, did I actually check out how much percent? I think we did. Maybe I've forgotten. So let's again utilize this. Yes, it was 38 percentage. It is always good to just keep the trace what we have already saw, to just not trap in a situation that I trapped, to forget about that you have already utilized that, not repeating yourself. So this is 38 percentage of depot levels. Now I have something to clarify this. Let's just zoom in again, and with that information, let's take a closer look to this wave. Uh, how much, what is the behavior of these to this? We know that it is not a big correction. If it is a correction after this sharp five-wave structure, probably it is going to be a corrective structure. Um, let's just try to recognize the behavior of these, because we're getting closer to the end of the chart. So it is also really important to um, have a closer look with patient. I can see uh, this one as some sort of correction here. I would like to uh, just in uh, clarify them with these two, which is a parallel channel. It should not be really a parallel channel, but clarifying with these, it is just keeping the behavior. So this was a wave around this channel. So as the first wave, I can see a corrective structure here. So also I'm saying, if I want to utilize the same tool, also I'm saying uh, another behavior here. So yes, this can be counted as another way. So I can see an 83. So let's get rid of these. So it seems that the all pieces of the puzzles are actually sitting correctly next to each other. So I can see that I have had an ABC to 38 percentage of Fibo. I'm happy about that. But after recognizing that, let's just take a look at the last wave. Let's try to first draw a trend line, maybe even extend it to this level, or maybe even extend it to this level. Really not important, the last one, but you can see how many times this price has been uh, respected this level and returned from that. Or maybe I can just come down a little bit here. Okay, much better. So, but more importantly, I'm curious about this lower part. So I can see that yes, we have had some sort of a channel, especially in this C uh, wave. And yes, we had a breakout. So this as a daily structure, we have had a breakout, uh, a daily structure. So now I have this as well. So with that ABC to this 38 percentage of feeble level to this very important zone, let's just bring up the MACD. If I can see any sort of uh, divergence here. Yes, on these three, I can see that we had some sort of divergence. We returned back to the bottom of the channel. It again rised up, but at the end of these three waves, three smaller waves, maybe we need to jump into the hourly chart to have a better understanding of this divergence. But also we are seeing some sort of a divergence, but it is not important. All of these are indicating this ABC structure to 38 percentage to the support reversal. We can see some sort of a doji, sorry, candle here with a long shadow at the top of this, close to this resistance zone, and a reversal, and then we're seeing a breakout. Everything just indicating a reversal. So we are sure about this reversal that it is happening here. So let's jump into the hourly. I would like to take a closer look, maybe 2 hour. I don't know if it is a good idea. Maybe 4 hour. So much details. Um, so let's get rid of this breakout. I will keep the call out, but let's just align it to be more accurate here. So what I'm seeing that after this, um, maybe I can bring up MACD now. Yes, we can see a very clear divergence now, as I guessed. So you know that it was a reversal. After this breakout, I'm seeing the good news just created a U-turn, seems to be positive. But we know that after this ABC, if it is a completed one, and also we have had a breakout and a lot of indication of this reversal, what is going to be done? So what are the conclusions? So as a short term, I can see that this positive news, it is just some sort of retest to the broken structure. So I'm expecting that it comes back to this level. And if you just pay attention, I can draw another now hourly resistance zone here. Maybe I can actually align it better, but I can add some arrows. You can see that how many times price reacted to this level, and I'm actually expecting to some sort of reversal, even if it is so fast, it might be another some kind of returns to the structure and also to the zone. So this is the very short uh, conclusion about as a conclusion of our analysis. I mean, there's some sort of a retest back to this, but anyhow, I'm not saying that it is going to be. You can see I can by the way add another just it catches my eye that we had some sort of an head and shoulder here as the reversal. We talked about several signals of this reversal, but also I'm now in this 4 hour after coming into details. I can see that this is a left shoulder. This is the head, and this is the right shoulder, and this level was the actually the neckline of the that head and shoulder pattern, which got broken, and it continued almost to the target itself, but it continued its momentum to break out this daily structure. Just wanted to add that sugar, the reversal momentum. But the short conclusion is that we are going to see almost half of the way, but maybe full way to to this zone as the retest. But as a midterm, if I want to talk about, let's jump into the daily. I also want to take a closer look to see what I'm seeing here. So I know that this is the Fibo level, so maybe we are going to get closer to the upper channel, to the top of this actually range channel here that it seems that it is starting to get created. But after this breakout, actually, this daily structure, I'm expecting some sort of reversal, maybe to this level as the top of A, or maybe even more to the bottom of the of this B, also when it's the time, because it is not an uptrend, and so you cannot sell it to take take any profit of these. But now I can utilize you talk about more about the targets, because these are just educational contents. I really don't want to provide any kind of signal. So as the reversed Fibonacci extension tool, which in the trading view that the platform that I'm using, also the retracements, both of them are actually the same tool. In some other platforms, you can see that they might be vary the retracement to the extension. But anyhow, by drawing in the reversed uh, retracement, I can see the extensions. As you can see, 127 level is the almost this level at the bottom of this wave and the top of this wave, and the bottom is almost 168. So this is another way for targeting its wave. So if it is, for example, the first wave, uh, the third wave, which is the what we are talking about, probably might be to that 168. Even it can be more, but because their third waves usually are more powerful, it is really possible to move forward there. So as the conclusion of the midterm, it is going to be a downtrend, but also another scenario is that it continues its momentum and go back to this level as the midterm. So after we discussed about this short term and a little bit of retest, it can be so how we can interpret this. That's this is how we can actually interpret if this is a fake out, because we are seeing a breakout, but if it is really going to be continued as our first midterm conclusion, the answer is that yes, it might be possible if we get some sort of confirmation. So if that retest and these retests create as an hourly ABC as a trend line here, just maybe I can utilize this ghost, uh, I don't know, candles, something like this. So yeah, um, okay, something like this. Let's get rid of these arrows as well. So now I have some candles that I can talk about. So if this is going to be a retest, so these are fake candles that I just draw. I can zoom a little bit. So if after that retest, it is going to create some sort of corrective assertion, some sort of ABC or something like that. You can see if it breaks this uh, corrective structure, this hourly corrective structure. Maybe if you go to the 2 hour, so you can see these are fake. As you can see, I can change it. So this is where we are standing now. But if it's shape create a shape, not a very sharp, just correct itself and stance to these, and then do a breakout, then yes, this scenario is possible. Up to 168 below this major B wave will be the reversal probably, in my opinion. But in the other case, just going upward, it is going to be that yes, it is seems to be some sort of breakout on as we'll look at the 2 hour chart, but on a daily basis. So it might be some sort of a fake out that it just returned because as you can see, price has already reversed from a very important support zone as well here. We should not miss these very tiny details here. So this is going to be another support zone. As we can see, I can add more arrows. So price has been reacted, not the only the case to just reach out and just break this down up to this end of this B level, but it might be a reversal to the top of this channel or and to this resistance zone, and it created some sort of a fake out. And in that case, it might be possible that yeah, as a midterm, we are going to have this to the uptrend break this also and coming back to this previous channel as the fake out. As you can see that a news, a positive news just kicked in. Yeah, this is something completely possible, but in my opinion, more possible way is that it is this positive news is just going to be a retest, and I'm expecting to some sort of sticking more to my first scenario of the midterm. And let's finally, as the long term, as we always say, start from weekly. Well, I always want to also add some uh, fancy long term, very tough to really talk about. Let's get rid of these zones and the trend lines. They doesn't make really sense when we look at this this weekly chart. So yeah, that one was good. I can add that arrow as well here. Uh, sorry, the straight line. So good. Um, as if it is the case, if we just stick to our continuation to this very important support zone down below, we might see a reversal. So that in the long term, that continuation, that third way can create a fifth way as well. I'm talking about the first scenario of our midterm conclusion. So it might reach this level, and we might see as the longer term some sort of reversal, creating a side wave structure, combo or triple wave. So these are all scenarios. It's about or even a breakout. We can talk about a lot of scenarios, but just let's just stick to this long term because this is itself a very long term conclusion. Or if the second scenario of midterm conclusion happens, just reaching out to this, maybe it is going to be an impulsive wave. It might continue breaking up, but also possible to reverse regardless of if it is going to be a fake out or not. I guess it is still possible in the long term. This is not something that I'm expecting very soon, even in long term. So I'm not seeing this news in the end as a conclusion that have can really impact that much as it was in the news, it was just an 3% which we are seeing it on this week. So in the end, I'm not seeing, just my personal opinion, not seeing it that much of a firepower to breaking out this resistance zone. So for each of these scenarios for the midterm, going uptrend or downtrend, I guess the final long term might be here, but anyhow, also other the uptrend can be possible uh, for the breakout. So if you actually have any question or opinion about this analysis, if you're you can actually put comments. If you're on YouTube, you can actually watch my previous streams on my YouTube channel. Also, if you have more technical question, feel free to ask them in my Discord server. You can access it there and share your question there. I will come back and reply as soon as I get a chance. And also put some feedbacks. How do you feel about this analysis? I would be grateful to hear your opinions as well. Anyhow, that was our analysis on Netflix. Until next analysis, thank you for watching my stream and have a nice day.